All right, these are five business mistakes you should avoid in 2023 or any year, really. One, moving too quickly. Two, not being passionate about your business. Three, not having a business plan. Four, doing everything alone. And five, not having accountability. So let's get into number one. You can move too quickly. I've moved too quickly sometimes, and it's bit me in the butt. I've been told by very successful business people that have a lot of money, nice houses, and I've been there, and just people I've met in passing who've been in the business for decades. And I'm talking 2, 3, 4 decades, and they're like, "Hey, don't grow too quick. Just don't grow too quick." And I'm like, man, that is like the opposite of everything I want to do. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna buy this piece of equipment, then I'm gonna get this piece of equipment, then I'm gonna hire these people to work this equipment, then I'm gonna hire this person to manage those people to work that equipment, and everybody's like, whoa, slow down. Like move as quickly as you can, but as slowly as you need to. So that's what I'm doing. I'm in a season right now where I am moving much, much slower. The last 4 months have been incredibly excruciating, maybe 6 months. Time doesn't mean anything anymore. Anyway, I've been moving a lot slower than I've wanted to move, but it is maturing me in a way where I see where I would have made some mistakes if I would have moved too quickly. Now, like personally, I'm in trucking. If I would have bought a truck at the beginning of 2022, like, or at the end of 2021, like I wanted to, but my mentor was like, yo, chill out. Like, just hold on. He said, it might take a while. It might take a year. I was like, a year? I don't want to wait a year to buy my next truck and, make more money. He was like, just wait. And now I took his advice and I waited, and I saw a truck that was $75,000. I knew it was overpriced. I really liked the truck. And 5 months later, it was $50,000. That truck fell an average of $5,000 a month. So every month I waited, I saved $5,000. That's a lot of money. So don't move too quickly. Not being passionate about your business. If you don't love what you're gonna do, it's when you have to move slowly, you're going to lose interest, and the business is going to get thrown by the wayside, and you're going to want to pick up the next shiny ball. You got to love what you do to do it for the long run. I'll just leave it at that. Not having a business plan. Um, I will harp on this all day. So I'll just say, please write a business plan. I have a video somewhere on YouTube, on this channel. Write a business plan. It doesn't even have to be like all the way down to the fine details initially. Like just give your business and you some direction in where you want to go, so you can have some, smart goals, some achievable and attainable, timely goals that you can check off, so you know that you're going in the right direction, especially when you're moving too slow or when you want to move too fast. So like, oh, I see this opportunity. It's like, hey, but you can't run before you're walking. If you're crawling or your business was just born, you got to do things in order. Let's see what else. Doing everything alone. So 4 and 5 kind of go together. Doing everything alone and not having accountability. So you can't do everything by yourself. If you can, you won't grow as fast as you want to. Now it takes time to secure the right help. So if that's, somebody in your family, your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, somebody, a friend, business partner, or you have your team. Who's your accountant, who's your lawyer, who are your financial advisors when it comes to bank? Do you have a bank that you have a relationship with that you can talk to your person at the bank and say, hey, like, yo, what's up, so and so? Like, it's Josh. It's like, I'm thinking about doing this, and then 2, 3 days later, hey, never mind, I'm gonna wait to the new year because it's tax beneficial because I talked to so and so, or I remember that, oh man, if I buy this equipment this year and I put it in service, it's gonna be more tax advantageous for me to buy this piece of equipment in 2023 than it would be for me to buy it at the end of 2022. I just made that decision a couple weeks ago. I texted my guy at the bank. I said, hey, like, I'm looking for a truck. I'm gonna wait till next year, so for tax purposes. He's like, all right, cool, thanks for letting me know. And then not having accountability. So it's like having accountability with, what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be doing it, how it's supposed to be done. And then also accountability with this money. Like if you're getting a loan, you want to make sure that that money is going where it's supposed to be going. Or when you are making a lot more money, it's like you don't want to slip into that lifestyle creep and buy the car too soon, or just live, lavishly and recklessly, where you're like, oh man, I got all this money coming in, but business does this. There are ups and downs. So you want to, when you're making a lot of money, you want to save as much money as you can while still enjoying your life and rewarding yourself for that good work. But that delayed gratification is very beneficial. I'll tell a personal story about, accountability. I bought a brand new Mustang a few years ago because business was going really, really well. But I had the plan that I'm gonna buy it in the spring and I'm gonna sell it in the fall, because I'm not gonna pay all this money and then just have it sit in my garage for X amount of months. I bought it. It was an emotional purchase. It was not a financially wise purchase, but I knew that going into it. My wife knew. I asked her, like, hey, is this cool? She was like, yeah. And then I actually showed up with it. She was like, wait a minute, you actually bought this? You're on test drive? I was like, no. It's like, this is mine. But bought it, sold it, basically sold it for what I bought it for, because of how the market was, supply and demand. And I kind of banked on that as well. So that was a little bit of a gamble. But fuel prices shot up in 2022. I would have parked it anyway, because I'm not about to be paying $5.50 a gallon when I know I'm be getting 18 miles a gallon in the Mustang. So that was a financial decision that I made with my heart, and it wasn't good, but I knew, and I had accountability with my wife, and I was like, hey, we can afford this. We had paid down other stuff. We didn't have really any other debts besides my other car and our house. Like, that was it. So I was like, hey, like, we can afford this. It's like student loans would cover this. We don't have student loans, so I'm gonna do that instead. But having that accountability will definitely keep you, you know, where you should be. So I ended up I did sell the car in the fall. And I'm glad I did, because 2022 was a rough year, and I didn't want to have that asset and that amount of money going into that car just sitting in the garage and everything. And I was really thankful that I got to enjoy it, and that I got rid of it when I did get rid of it. So, but if I didn't have my wife here, or if I didn't tell her that was my plan before I even bought the car, I might have been a little bit more like, well, I got it. I can still have it. But it would have put me back in some other areas, and having that money freed up now did allow me to make some moves financially and in the business that I couldn't do if I didn't have that money tied up in the Mustang. So will I get another one? Absolutely. Probably in 2 or 3 years, like hopefully like 2024, 2025. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna get the exact spec, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, those are 5 business mistakes you should avoid at any time. But the title will probably say 2023, because YouTube algorithm, and y'all are searching for this year, not 2017 or 2027. All right, later.